Alright, here we go with the line of sight test flight with the Eachine Tyro 119 build, and it is looking really nice. I got a 4S battery on here now. I don't know how they do it, guys. It's $119. I think right now there's a coupon code you can use to get 7% off. Toy Ho coupon code, so get another 7% off. It's a really easy build, and it is just absolutely fantastic. I've already flown it in the backyard already. Now I'm out here in the field, and we're going to do a little line of sight test flight with the 4S. So let's get going. All right, here we go. It flew really great in the backyard with Betaflight defaults. I've kind of readjusted the PIDs a little bit. See how it performs now. Now I'm surprised on this one. Usually a 6S quad doesn't fly with that much power with the 4S, but this one kind of seems to be flying really well with lots of power with the 4S. With these 1850 kV motors. That was a full throttle speed pass. Another full throttle speed pass. Look at that. That's with the 4S. Okay, let's do a punch. Well, not bad, huh? They've been making these Tyros nicer and nicer. Now the 129 and the 119, it's almost got identical components and everything except the frame size and the motors. One more punch. Now I say that's a pretty good, decent punch. Even if it was a regular 4S setup with higher kV motors, it's not bad because of this 6-inch props. It's got pretty decent amount of lift. Very nice. Bring it in. All right. For $119, you just cannot go wrong with this one. Now, this one does not come with one of those 3D printed GoPro mounts like the Tyro 129 did. So you're gonna have to provide your own GoPro mount if you're gonna put an action camera. So let's go ahead and bring it in and check it out with some FPV. All right, so here we go with the 4S battery. Let's go ahead and check it out. Now I've already flown it in the backyard and with Betaflight default PIDs. And it flew really nice. Now I'm out here in the open so I can full throttle a little bit more. Look at that. 4S. You know, I would highly recommend this model for anyone because it is so easy to build. Everything is plug and play except for the motor wires, XT60, and of course your receiver. One thing I notice on this thing is the Cadex camera. Most all of the Cadex camera so far gets dusty really fast on the inside of the lens. I don't know why that is. Just from landing in dirt or whatever, I get specks of dust on the lens. Check it out. I got little dust on the lens all over the place. And that happened to me with other quadcopters with the Caddx camera as well. Okay, back to the performance test here. But the camera is really nice. And I got it set to 200 milliwatts here. So here's a 100-meter bush. And I got an XM Plus. So we got good RSSI. Right around 200 meters. And I can go even further. And I see little horizontal lines appearing. So that's at 200 milliwatts. So you can set it even higher. So it's got pretty good VTX. And the antenna is really nice. And we do get good flight time with this thing. Alright, made it back. And when I was flying in the backyard, it's very agile, it's very maneuverable. This thing, even though it's a 6-inch, the 7-inch with the 129, you can kind of feel the inertia in every movement. This one you can slightly feel it too, but not as much. It feels more like a 5-inch. Look at that. Lots and lots of hang time. And this is with the 4S. So they've done a really good job putting this one together. Very easy build, as you saw my other video. And it flies great. Just an awesome quad. I would highly recommend this quadcopter. Just awesome. So if you're looking for something to build and you haven't built anything before, this is an excellent one to get to learn how to build a quadcopter. As you saw, all the wiring harnesses can only go in a particular spot, so you can't mess that up either. And all it is all plug and play. Basic soldering skills, and save some money building it yourself with this do-it-yourself kit. And look at that. This thing's got terrific flight time. I remember the Tyro 129, I did squeeze out 6 minutes of flight, but that was with just cruising. And whenever I throttled up, I would just drain out the battery. But look at this. We're over 5 minutes and we still have a little bit of battery life. No, not really, I gotta bring it in. So over 5 minutes with lots and lots of throttle punches. So great flight time as well. So let me go ahead and bring it in here. And the camera angle is just about right for me to bring it in at about 25-30 degrees here. Land on my landing pad. Right, there we go, guys. Our test flight with the 4S battery. Alright, here we go with the 5S battery. So I've lowered down the PID values by about 10 points to compensate for the 5S. So let's go ahead and check it out. I've only got one 5S battery, so I'm just taking a guess on the PIDs here. So let's go and check it out. Okay, slight oscillation taking off from the table, but okay. Yeah, seems pretty decent. The pitch could use a little bit of tuning. It's decent. That's good enough for me. Just a slight minor tweaking. So yeah, once again, this one here is really nice. Fly it with the 5S. The electronics can handle it, the motor can handle it. So now everything is coming out with versatility in mind with a 6S now. And 6S batteries are getting cheaper and cheaper as well. So that is really good news. Little punch. Not bad. Yep. Very nice. Let's see if there's any oscillations. It ain't that bad. The motor sounded a little bit vibratory, but I couldn't see anything vibrating. Just awesome. And looks like I'm gonna get more than 3 minutes, so that is good news. I kind of overshot it the first time around, so do it again. Like I said, I don't know how they do it, but they did it. And they're offering these things at 100 and I think the 129 was on sale for 113. Not $129, $113. That's ridiculous. And that one came with a GoPro mount as well, 3D printed GoPro mount. This one now did not. Alright, let me go ahead and bring it in. It's below 3.5. So we're getting a little bit over 4 minutes of flight time with a 5S battery. I believe it's either a 1300 or a 1500 China Hobby line 5S. The old one, the white ones. Okay, go ahead and bring it in for a landing. And very nice with the 5S as well. Here we go. It did pretty good with the 5S, with the tune, so I'm just trying it out with the same tune here. Okay, so far it is flying with the 6S. I'm going to just take it easy and cruise. So this thing is not made for, you know, agile flying, but seems to me like this thing is pretty agile. It is made for long range, so get a nice telemetry receiver and take advantage of the GPS module so you can do some long range flying, and set it up so it will return to home if there's any loss of connection. That's one thing good about a GPS module. I just have a XM Plus set up over here, so I am able to go pretty far as long as the VTX allows me to go. I just got it set to 200 milliwatts, but you can set it higher. So my RSSI is reading pretty decent. Wow, this XM Plus is not bad. Wish it had telemetry. Alright, so just cruising with the 6S so far. So let's see how it performs. Look at that hang time with one throttle punch. Yeah, very nice. Okay, pretty locked in. I don't feel any. There's a little bit of prop wash. I can hear, like, when I'm flipping, I can see a little bit of oscillations. And when I punch it all the way, not really. Thought I saw some oscillations on my punch out. Yeah, there's a little bit of oscillations on the punch out. So I'm going to have to lower down the values a little bit more to fly with the 6S. But with the 5S, I had no problem with this tune. There's a little bit of prop wash. Yeah, so you need to lower down the values a little bit. But still flyable. It's not fluttering. Ooh, when I did that flip, my VTX kind of blanked out for a millisecond there. Oop, landed upside down now. There we go. Lots and lots of hang time. Lots and lots of hang time with just a small throttle punch. And this is a 1000 milliamp 6S China Hobby line. So far, not bad. Flight time, getting very good flight time actually. Woohoo! Okay, time to land. Whenever you're flying 6S, when it gets down below 3.5, it will start draining out really quick, and once it drains out, it'll just drop. So there you go, guys. My test flight, the performance test flight of the Tyro 119 build with the 4S, a 5S, and now with the 6S battery. Very, very nice clock up there. I highly recommend it. So that is it for now for the Tyro 119. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you again next time.